I think that we need to be working across different sectors to share information and develop knowledge and share learning. And an example is our Climate Policy Lab at Fletcher, where we're working together with UNDP and the World Bank, as well as other universities around the world, so that we can determine which climate policies work in practice, which don't, and why, and then work collaboratively with governments to share those lessons and help them implement new and revised and improved policies as they work to implement the Paris Agreement. Well, one concern I have about the progress that's being made post-Paris is that we're having very theoretical discussions about the ability of countries to move forward, to have more ambitious commitments in the context of the global stock-taking exercise. And we need to be very concrete about implementing the agreement we already have. I think China's a really nice example where there's been a very concerted effort to move forward in a concrete way on implementation. And in fact, I think that process started before Paris with their feed-in tariff and their design of a new emissions trading system and many other efficiency policies that are actually having big impacts in terms of their emissions trajectory. I think countries need to really work on identifying which policies will give them the most leverage in terms of emissions reductions and also adaptation measures. Because I think in the first phase, pre-Paris, many countries were guessing, and they didn't have a very concrete idea of how much they could do and what the impact of each policy individually would be. And now they should have some experience as they've begun this implementation process, and therefore can be more realistic about what's possible. And I think in many cases, countries will discover that they can be more ambitious, that they were conservative in the first phase with the Paris Agreement, and that they could do a lot more than they thought once they start trying. We are all hoping to see a very clear roadmap for this facilitative dialogue, and also, I think, clear direction to countries about how to begin thinking about designing the next round of INDCs for the 2020 goal.